What is going on, guys and girls? It's GhostRobo, and welcome to some more Splatoon multiplayer. No more time limits like pre-release. We're just gonna get you the good stuff. Starting off in the orange color on Port Mackerel. This game has my heart wrapped up super tight, and I kind of hope it never lets go. They've already released 2 DLC updates. The first one coming last week featured this map and a new weapon, the NES Zapper. And then just last night, we got the Inkbrush, a brand new melee weapon, and that's going to be the focus of this video. As you can see already, this thing is pretty crazy. It flicks back and forth, spreading ink at a pretty good distance. Like, you can actually shoot it kind of far out and cover a real wide swath as you wiggle back and forth with this brush. It also has an alternate fire mode where you just put the paintbrush on the ground and run super fast in a straight line. It seems like it's just as, or maybe even a tinge faster than squid speed, but you only cover such a thin amount of distance, you're really gaining like 1 point at a time, which probably isn't worth it. That's why you'll notice me just flicking back and forth like a freaking boxer, punching over and over again with this weapon. It comes with sprinklers as its sub-weapon, which I didn't really like before, but I found to be super beneficial with this one, because you can kind of lead the charge with those sprinklers, gain some free points, boost your score, and you know how I feel about score. My goal this entire play session was to achieve SPLATGOD status, which if you don't know by now, is to get 1,000 natural points in a round. And by that, I mean clearing 4 digits before the clock reaches 0. Not with the win bonus or anything like that, but you got to get 1,000 or more before the clock strikes 0. And that's pretty darn hard with the Inkbrush, and I don't know if we'll reach it in this video. I've got 3 rounds for you, 3 different maps, and you'll get to see how this thing works. Now, the special weapon is the Epic Ink Strike, which I never have used before in multiplayer, and again, found that thing more useful than I originally thought. I'm much more of a Splattershot Junior bubbler fan, and that's kind of what I've rocked for majority of my Splatoon time, but I really kind of appreciated another loadout here, and it's one thing I wish the game did differently. I wish it was able to have you know, have preset loadouts that you could quickly pick and swap either within each round or at least between rounds without having to go back and leave the lobby to the equip screen. This weapon, like, you really have to be kind of defensive. There's no way you're going to beat someone in a firefight, and there's definitely no way you're going to beat a Kraken. That's why I avoided that there. People are getting a lot better at this game, learning how to use their abilities to their advantage and couple their main weapon with their special weapon, and really just be pretty nefarious with how they know to, like, stay back if you're coming at them with something melee focused, and come at you if they're melee, and use their squid form a lot. I've seen the squid usage just increase a ton, but this weapon, you want to kind of like hide behind corners. It's great for Port Mackerel. If you want to play more defensively, you can hide behind some of these different shipping crates, and then when people come around the corner, just whap really fast and take them out in a couple of shots. Like that, it is a pretty effective weapon, so long as they don't get the drop on you. If they do, you're kind of in trouble. This is heart-wrenching for me. I have 936. I'm stuck in a respawn zone. I've got 9 seconds. I'm trying to jump to my teammates. Can we get 1,000? So freaking close, and I get mushed up against a shipping crate. No siree. 955 is where you'll see we end up, which I think is pretty remarkable. When I first started out with the Inkbrush, coming from a gun weapon, I was getting 500-600 points a round. You kind of really have to get a feel for where to be effective, and I've seen a lot of people play, like I said, that sort of more defensive, sort of like, I'm going to kill the opposition with the Inkbrush style. And I decided to go more of the I'm going to avoid people style with the Inkbrush, because it's very good at covering turf quickly, so long as you've got some free headspace in front of you. We'll now move over to the pink preference. I think it's a sweet looking weapon. I hope they end up adding like a lot more like this that isn't just like a traditional looking gun, but has like the Inkbrush vibe, or maybe they'll do like Flood from Mario Sunshine, something like that could be really cool. I'd love to see integration like the NES Zapper of other franchises and stuff into Splatoon. Worked great for Mario Kart, make it work great for Splatoon. Make sure you cover your base too. I see so many people neglecting it, or actually, you know, if you don't want to cover your base, it's okay. I will definitely clean it up for you and grab my special weapon super fast. It's a great way to build early points. You saw in the first 20 seconds I picked up 180, and then my Ink Strike is carrying me, catapulting me more like it, all the way to 260, 270. That's a big bad strike of ink. We are now going to use the sprinklers to maximum effect, which is throwing them deep into enemy territory just to cover ink. And I found like these weird kind of like head-to-head fights where someone is like covering a lot of ink, and instead of killing them, you just cover their ink back, and then they'll cover your ink, and then you cover their ink back, because remember, the name of the game is covering as much ink as you can, and for me trying to achieve a high score, I'm all about covering that ink, so it doesn't really matter to me. Ooh, that was a good dodge. I got out of a really sticky situation. Mustard was about to invade my face, and I managed to bail, but it doesn't matter to me so much how many kills I get. So if you can kind of get in like a back and forth with someone, like in this situation, it kind of worked out there. You can just keep filling their ink and they'll keep filling yours, and you guys basically are like best friends because you're helping them boost their score, they're helping you boost your score, and hopefully you can eventually take control of the map. I noticed like more and more that this game really does have the potential to allow for last-second comebacks. I will say there's probably a few too many blowouts one way or the other, but I did and I have played a lot of really close matches. I'm now back to level 9. Pre-release, I got up to level 9, and then they reset the servers, and so I'm almost to level 10 again, so I can get some ranked action for you guys. Definitely let me know in the comments what you want to see more of. Multiplayer, I've got all the amiibos, so I can do the challenge missions. If you want to see like weapon guides like this, if you want to see map tutorials, if you want to see just crazy gameplay or funny moments, more of the Battle Dojo one-on-one couch stuff, let me know in the comments what you want to see. Like, Splatoon is legit one of, if not my favorite game of the year, so I would love to keep bringing content for you guys, and if you like Splatoon, you're going to want to stay tuned for an announcement soon about a new channel, but I'll keep that under wraps for now, and we are doing good. 730 with 40 seconds to go. I get a nice kill in the corner. I'm going to go dip over there and see if I can keep myself safe long enough to launch this ink strike. Up, up, and away. We shoot the rocket straight to the squid moon, and down it drops, pushing our total over 800. Another quick kill for the Splat God himself. Will he reach his moniker in this round? I do not know. I do not know. But we're getting close. 920 seconds. I just need some yellow to cover. That's what I need right now, and I cannot die. If I get killed, we're done for. 970. It's close. Don't get me. No! Dreams are crushed and destroyed in the face of a yellow fiend. And 980 is where we're going to stay. There's not a whole lot of place to cover here. I'll not even get to touch the ground with my lovely color anymore. And it looks like our team is going to drop out. Another loss here. The bad guys beat us by 3.6. I had a round last night, guys, that I lost by 0.1. Not even joking. Craziness, right? I could not believe that it was that close, and that shows you like a real nice and intense match when it literally is 0.1%. And you know what the difference would have been? If we covered our base thoroughly. So make sure you don't forget about the space behind you. Alright, we're heading inside to the warehouse. One more chance to achieve Splat God status. I don't know if it's even possible with the Inkbrush. Like, it's definitely possible with the splatter gun. And, like, to be honest, when I use that, I get it almost every single match. I'm typically scoring between 1,300 and 1,700 every single round, you know, post-win, and definitely in the 900 to 1,200 range pre-win, which feels very, very nice. But we're getting a good opening start here, and that's crucial. You want to pick up the ink strike as quickly as you can. If you're playing the Inkbrush, you want to try to get Splat God status. Make sure you avoid contact early in the match. Do whatever you can to stay kind of defensive, cover your own base, and then get to some areas where people aren't meeting up. Like, I chose right there to not fight this guy. He gets me with a little bit of a control mess up. I'm slowed down here. He's blustering my brain. But I managed to stay away, and thank goodness for my teammate here who helped me grab the kill so I didn't have to do it. Using the sprinklers to my advantage to throw up some coverage and gather 20, 30, 40 quick points. It hasn't been a minute, and we have 380, so this is looking pretty promising. Can we do it, though? 420 before the first third of the match is up. If we ever are going to achieve Splat God status, now is the time. Chucking that way high in the sky. With this Inkbrush, normally the splatter shot, I say you want to aim up, right? And you can do that, but I find myself utilizing a mixture of down aiming and up aiming. If you have a lot of opposition color in front of you, you want to up aim so that you're able to flick your ink pretty far. But if you're looking to fill in space, or you want to kind of make sure you're covering some close to get areas, like, you definitely want to turn down and aim down. You'll get a lot faster ink coverage because this stuff does flick. It definitely is a weapon that you're going to need, like I said, to be dipping constantly. So I recommend anytime you can, just sink down into your own color, just even if it's for a half second like I'm doing here, and you'll find yourself able to pick up, you know, 700 quick points before the 2-minute mark. Oh my god. As long as we don't get killed a bunch, as long as my team doesn't dominate, we are in good shape. Alright, this guy's battling it up with us here. I'm not going to even engage. I'm just going to fill in some of these spaces. That's where I'm aiming down, as you see. And I grab another ink strike. Ink strikes are critical to high scores with the Inkbrush. If you can get a bunch of those in a round, it's going to be good. Now we're up to 780, 793 with 53 seconds to go. This could go either way. And yeah, I probably should cover the little bit of space behind me, but that's probably only about 10 points worth. And it's nice that the other team is pushing hard right now. Gives me a chance to get in here and do some damage at the end of the round. 40 seconds feels like an eternity to to my Squid Girl, and we are going to approach the 850 mark with 35 to go. Can I get one more Ink Strike before this match is over? Yes, I can. A nice and critical kill there, saving our team from getting slaughtered and also saving me from missing out on SPLATGOD status. Right now with this Ink Strike, it looks like it's inevitable. Finally, we do it. 1,000 natural points, and we're just pushing for more. My team is assaulting their base, and we are wrecking the green with a little bit of watermelon love. I have achieved Inkbrush SPLATGOD status. If any of you can do this, send me a screenshot on Twitter. I challenge you. Let me know in the comments down below what you want to see more of for Splatoon next. 11:38 naturally. Ooh, baby, baby. I think we ended up losing the round, but hey, I feel pretty good about myself. Doing a job well done and showing that Inkbrush how to get SPLATGOD status even with a melee weapon. Guys and girls, thank you so much for watching. Hope you're having a fantastic day and enjoyed this video. Hit that thumbs up button. If you did, I'll see you all soon. Until that time, though, drink some hot chocolate. Thanks again. You're all awesome, and we will see you all later.